Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys ACGHK 2025 figure preview video. Now before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for coming out with me in person to the convention and for snapping these awesome high-res pictures. Show Ryan some love in the comments below because seriously, without him, this series literally would not be possible. Now, if you're looking to pre-order your very own copy of this gigantic Hot Toys Galactus, I've popped a link to Pop Collectibles in the description, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. When you're pre-ordering Hot Toys from Pop, you can either pay the full amount right up front, or leave a deposit and fix up the balance when the piece releases. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. You're heading down to the description, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button so you're notified as soon as brand new Fantastic Four content goes live, because there is so much more of it on the way. Okay, Hot Toys Galactus, this is happening. He's not true 1/6 scale. Like, they could never do that. Well, they could, but he'd be what, 9, 10 feet tall? You wouldn't be able to display that. He would be so expensive to buy and ship that it's simply not feasible. So they went for a smaller scale version, but he's still very large. He's not a figure per se, he's more of like a power pose or a statue. This is their first release in their new Sofvi line. It's sort of like a soft vinyl, like a massive Funko Pop. There's more detail, there's better paint apps, there's sharper, crisper sculpt work, but essentially, he is going to be hollow, I would imagine. I doubt this is going to be a dense, thick, soft vinyl. Are they going to give us more larger scale characters in this line? This seems like the way to get it done. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Now, let's talk about the sculpt and paint. It looks great. Metallics, absolutely everywhere. You've got the purples, you've got the dark blues, and there's some skin tone for his mouth area as well. In the movie, because he was as tall, as towering as he was mostly covered in shadow whenever we saw him. So I'm not sure if the colors Hot Toys went with are 100% accurate. They might be, because there was a practical suit that was used as reference for lighting, I would imagine, and for performance capture, but just based off what I'm seeing, I actually like the look of this piece better than Galactus in the movie, just in terms of the saturation and the colors. And when you point a light at it, that metallic flake pops and all of the detail comes to life. There's some super fine sculpted texture and techie stuff on every single surface. And the Fantastic Four plus a miniature Silver Surfer. I'm going to use this as just a 1/6 scale Galactus stand-in for my collection, so I won't be using the mini Fantastic Four figures or Silver Surfer, but I mean, they're there if you want them. If you don't care about scale and you want this as your only representation of the Four plus the Surfer and Galactus in the display, you could totally use these. Now, it was mentioned, I think, by one of the producers of the movie that Galactus can shrink and grow in size, so if in your head canon this is a true 1/6 scale Galactus because he shrunk down a bit, then yeah, that's what you could run with. That's what I intend to do with my Galactus, like I already said. The detail for the mini Fantastic Four figures, I'm surprised that the tampo for the four on Thing's chest is as crisp as it is, and the same goes for the detail work on the rest of the team. Their faces lack any real sort of definition. No eyes, no mouths painted in. They're just these little blobs with the Fantastic Four outfits on. They have managed to represent their powers pretty well, with Invisible Woman having that force field on her hand. Then for Reed, you can see he's plugged in at the shoulder and his arm is stretched out. There will be a peg port where that clear post will plug into if you decide not to use him, but there's so much going on everywhere else on the surface of Galactus' suit, like right there. Look at all of that stuff. He's a feast for the eyes. That peg port should blend in with everything else. I don't think it's going to stand out and take away from the look of Galactus. In terms of articulation, So we're getting soft vinyl as part of this line. We're getting larger format figures, but limited articulation. It's almost 5 POA, but also sort of not really. The legs can't move as much as I was hoping. It's more of a static piece. He's just meant to stand there and look imposing, exude presence. He will do all of that. Seeing this thing in person, it was mind-blowing how good this looked. The head sculpt, it's got light up eyes. They didn't light them up at the convention, which is frustrating because I would have loved to have seen that, but they're going to add a whole nother level to this piece. If you were hoping they would go the HasLab route, HasLab Galactus is actually bigger than this, and it's fully articulated. They went statuesque. I understand the decision. They kept the cost low, and that means more people are going to be able to get this, but the Hasbro one is also a great option for a Galactus around this size. If you need that posability to make this make sense for you in your collection, get the Hasbro Galactus. I'm even tempted to get that. Yes, this is going to be a more accurate MCU look for him. Even the likeness is on point in as little as the mouth as we can see. The line work on the face, that looks accurate. But articulation might be your jam, therefore the Hasbro one is going to do it for you. At the end of the day, I'm just so shocked they decided to make this Galactus. Whether it's articulated or not, the size that they ended up going with, it's an impressive piece. It's going to be a centerpiece for your Fantastic Four collection. People will be drawn to this, I promise you, when they enter your collection room. They'll see this ginormous blue and purple monster with such a unique design that's chock full of sculpt work and paint apps. It's going to be something that I reckon a lot of people will pass on, but later down the line, they will regret it and decide to cop this because it's something that we don't get to see very often. Buy Hot Toys for MCU figures. So at the end of this, am I getting it? 100%. I'm all in. It's not perfect, but if this was the only way to get a Hot Toys Galactus, then yeah, I get it. Now I'm going to pre-order mine from Pop Collectibles. I've popped a link to their site in the description, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. You're heading down to the description. Why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.